Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to the new part of my Doctor Who ranking every single series from 1963 to 2022. So, what is this video going to be about? Well, as you know, it's part 2 of the series, and now we're going to be talking about 39th place. So, how can I say what's in 39th place? So, now, like I said a lot of stuff about Series 2 that, well, I really don't like Series 2. This one, for me, there are some stuff I like in this series, but it's still pretty much a bad series, to be honest with you. And in 38th place, it is Series 9 from 2015. Now, this is Peter Capaldi's second full season as the 12th Doctor. It is Jenna Coleman's final series as Clara. Thank God she leaves after this point, because I really think at this point there's no point with Clara being there, because she doesn't, I really think Clara doesn't really do much. She's just there for the sake of it, really. I don't think she has any character growth in Series 9, where in Series 7 she was the whole impossible girl sort of thing. In Series 8 she kind of had that character growth with Danny Pink and the Doctor becoming her bitch, really, in Series 8. And then, of course, in Series 9, I don't really think much about their friendship, really. I don't know what to actually say about it, because there's nothing really that make me click saying, oh, I kind of like Clara and 12 in Series 12, in Series 9. I can't really say much than that, because there's nothing I really can say about their friendship at this point, because yeah, she's there when she gives them the cars to try and be nice with Rigsy, and then of course in Under the Lake and Before the Flood, because the 12th Doctor doesn't know how to be nice. He's like more like, the 12th Doctor is a bit like Hartnell's Doctor, very grumpy, grottity, stuck in his own ways. He has a bit of John Pertwee's Doctor in him as well, and a lot of Tom Baker, which is the reason why I do like Series 9, because it has something that I really think season 15 and 16 and 17 had for Tom Baker, the comedy sort of thing going on during Peter Capaldi's time as the Doctor. I mean, when you see him playing the guitar in The Magician's Apprentice, and he goes, I bought a tank for my fish. Oh, come on! That's the one thing I have to say about that. This series, again, we have the return of Davros after last being seen in 2008. So, quite a lot of years later, we kind of have the big return of Davros since 2008. We've got the Saigon's return after 2 years from the 50th anniversary. We have, of course, this like some other aliens like the Saigons. We have a Shilda/Me as the main villains, and of course we have like 2 episodes with Missy, the female version of the Master. So, what can I really tell you about Series 9? Is it one that I really enjoy? Now, at the Capaldi run, for me, this is one of the weak ones for Capaldi's Doctor, I have to say. Series 10 is very high up on this list. Series 8 is, you will find out when Series 8 comes to, but this is the kind of Capaldi one that is very, very kind of weak and stuff. Even though it does have some good episodes, because the episodes I really enjoy from the series is Under the Lake, Before the Flood, the Saigon Invasion 2-part story, Heaven Sent, and The Husbands of River Song. They are the best ones out of this season, out of this series, to be honest with you. The rest of it, not so much. I mean, in the DVD box set and the Blu-ray box set, we kind of have Last Christmas, which is just like terrible, really. It's just like a kind of whole plot of Alien. I like the fact the Doctor goes, you have a film called Alien? That is really offensive. No wonder you lot keep being attacked or invaded. Then, of course, we have The Magician's Apprentice and The Witch is Familiar. Now, I did really enjoy this episode of the first part of the broadcast, but rewatched it a lot recently. The episode's kind of gone down for me. Again, we have the kind of stupid thing with Davros opening his eyes for the very first time. It's like, what the hell was Stephen Moffat thinking for this point? Because Davros, ever since Genesis of the Daleks, we've always had Davros with the eye in the middle of his head. His eyes are closed because he's been destroyed by a gamma radium bomb on Skaro. So half of it is that's why he's in the life support system. That becomes the kind of base of the Daleks. But no, Davros can open his eyes. And what for? Oh yeah, it's a ploy to trick the Doctor to give him regeneration energy. That's the one thing I have to say about it. It's just like, You got Colin Sarf, like, hunting around for the Doctor, saying, "Where is the Doctor?" And he goes through this Shagla proclamation. We do have a little cameos from the Half at this point. We have an Ood, the Savine, I think. I can't remember what else, but I think there was Cybermen, unless that is Face the Raven. And then we do have a bit of a cameo with the Cybermen. So that's the mainly one I have to say about. Now, when we get to Under the Lake and Before the Flood, I really enjoy the Fisher King. I really think he's a great villain. I like the fact that the Doctor tricks him. So when the dam bursts, the Fisher King gets killed while everything's all flooding. I like the fact that we've got the ghosts going around killing half the crew of this base station. Like, it's a very good base undersea story, and I really do like a good base undersea story. We don't really see many of these in Classic Who. I mean, we see it in Eve of the Daleks, we do see it Under the Lake Before the Flood in Modern Who, where in Classic Who, specifically in the Troughton era, it's a very great sort of story to have a base undersea story. It doesn't matter what kind of villains you throw in it, like if it's these kind of alien ghosts or human ghosts that's coming around attacking the base. It doesn't matter if you've got a Dalek base going on. It doesn't matter if you've got killer seaweed coming through the base. And you just cannot resist a base undersea story, which is one of the reasons why I like For Few of the Deep for what it is. Yes, it is not a great animation, but it's just great to have a kind of a way to have another base undersea story going on. And then, of course, we go to the girl who died and the woman who lived with a shoulder. Part 1, I think I really enjoyed quite a lot. I like the fact when the Doctor kind of like snaps and you got that callback to the daytime episode of Fires of Pompeii, which is why the 12th Doctor's got Peter Capaldi's face, because Peter Capaldi did kind of aired in an episode with David Tennant. So it's a kind of a nice little callback to that, I have to say. The second part, I really don't think much of, about the woman who fell to Earth. Not that one. The woman who lives. So the woman who died. Something like that. Was it the woman who lived? Yeah, the woman who lived. I have got it written here, sorry, but I can't read my writing. Again, I don't really feel much for this episode because it's just one that doesn't really connect with me. I like the few little comedy bits that Capaldi does. It reminds me a fair bit of the 4th Doctor in Doctor 12, but that's the one thing I have to say about it. The Saigon Two-Parter. Again, I've actually written this down in the episodes that I really like. Now, I like the callback to the Day of the Doctor, where you got the little clips of Day of the Doctor, and that you've got the Saigons kind of going rogue because they think the humanity has ditched them and stuff in the Doctor. I love the fact we have that fantastic war speech delivered by Peter Capaldi. He goes, "You call this a war? This funny little thing. This is not a war. I fought in a bigger war than you will ever know. I did worse things than you can ever imagine. Every time I close my eyes, I hear more screams than anyone could ever be able to count. Can I tell you do without that pain? Can I tell you where you pull it? You hold it tight. It burns your hand. And you say this, no one else will have to live like this. No one else will have to deal with this pain. Not on my watch." Again, I just really love that anti-war speech. Absolutely fantastic. When you got the Bonnie the Saigon like shapeshifting to Clara, and then you got Kate Stewart at the other side of the table, and Kate puts the box, and he goes to Kate, going, "Thank you," and then he goes like that, and then he goes, "The box is empty." He goes, How do you know that?" She goes, "Well, because you start to think like me." I do like the way this story, that I do love that anti-war speech the 12th Doctor gives. I really think people need to rewatch this episode for the anti-war speech, especially stuff that's going on in Afghanistan and stuff around the world, really. If you just literally put this episode on, and I really think that would actually help with peace. But this is just another great sort of episode. I really do like the Saigon invasion, or inversion, something like that. And then, of course, we go to Sleep No More, and excuse me 1 minute while I'm just going to go. Yeah, that's how I feel about Sleep No More. It's just an episode I can just fall asleep in. It's nothing good. It's nothing great. It's just a boring piece of crap that came out of Mark Gatiss' mind. Now, Mark Gatiss is a good Doctor Who writer, and he's a good actor in Doctor Who. But this is the worst script I can ever think he's actually ever written for Doctor Who. It just makes you just want to go. Yeah, it's just a massive sleep turd. That's what it is. It's just a massive turd. That's really, really boring and it's not interesting enough, and I really don't like Sleep No More. Then coming into Face the Raven now. Do I enjoy Face the Raven? You're probably wondering. Well, yes, actually, I do kind of like it. I like the fact that Clara dies, because at this point, I'm getting really, really bored of Clara. As I say, I really enjoy with Matt Smith's Doctor. I do enjoy with Series 8, but when the Doctor does become a bitch, it's like... Series 9, I just like, what's the point of Clara being here? Seriously, get a new companion? This is just going boring now. Again, Clara in this one, she does pick up a little bit when she literally takes the chrono look of Rigsy and gives it to her. And then you got the Doctor basically going mad saying, fix this now, it's not possible. And not. He goes, it is, and you can, or you're going to, I will show you and the whole lot of your friends to the whole laughing world. I bring units, I bring the Saigons. No, give me that, I can do better than that. I will bring the Daleks and the Cybermen. You will save Clara, and you will do it now, or I will rain hell on you for the rest of the time. I can do whatever the hell I like. You read the stories, you know who I am. In all that time, did you hear about anybody who ever stopped me? And I like the fact that she's like, they're going to put the Doctor, and he goes, the Doctor is no longer here, you're stuck with me. And I will end you and everything you care about. I just absolutely love that speech in Face the Raven. I love the fact when the Doctor goes to Rigsy and he's there, like, trying to be nice with the cars, and he goes, no, call me Rigsy, call me Pudding Brain or something, but just don't be nice to me. And you go, and I like the fact that he goes, you're the Doctor, you do something about it. And the Doctor's like, okay, I interfere this time. He ends up having a lock on him, and he gets transport. I love the bit at the end of the episode where he goes, what Clara said about me not taking anger out. She goes, she was saving you. He goes, no, I was lost for a long time ago. She was saving you. I do my best, but I will very strong you to keep you out of my way, because you will find it's a very small universe when I'm angry at you. I just really do love that speech. Now, coming into my favourite episode of this series, it is Heaven Sent. Yes, the Doctor is trapped inside his convention doll. He dies, he lives, and he dies. It resets itself, and he keeps playing out the offence over and over again for 4.5 billion years, just because he doesn't want the Time Lords to think or know anything about the hybrid, which obviously is the Master and Cybermasters at the end of Series 12, but the 12th Doctor really gives the Time Lords a run for their money in this one. He's like, oh, is he going to tell us? No. What's going on? It's 4.5 billion years. Should we just let the Doctor out? No. We need information. I like the fact that the 12th Doctor just really keeps it going and going and going, and he smashes through the kind of like dwarf star thing, and he literally stands on Gallifrey. And I love the fact that he goes to the little human. He goes, go to the city. Tell him that I'm back. Tell him I came the long way round. And then he's literally talking and says, you're probably hearing this. The hybrid is me. I would just absolutely really enjoy Heaven Sent. I really think it's a great episode. I love the veil. I like the fact it's just like a whole standalone episode for the 12th Doctor, really. Where for the 4th Doctor standalone, we had the Deadly Assassin. For the 10th Doctor, I don't even think he's had a standalone where he's no companions. So really, the 4th and 12th Doctors are the only two Doctors that have had like standalone adventures. I just absolutely do enjoy this. I mean, you could probably say but Tennant has had. The 10th Doctor did have it. I went, no, he's not, because after he lost Rose, he picked up Donna. After he dropped Donna off, he ended up with Martha. Then he met an Astropath. She died, he goes back to Donna. And then, of course, he meets Jackson Lake. He meets Lady Christina, Adelaide Brooke, and then, of course, Wilford again. And then he goes off to join into the 11th Doctor. So the 10th Doctor didn't really have much on his own. Not many TV stories where he's just travelling on his own. So then we're coming on to the pile of crap at the end of this episode, known as Hell Bent. And what did I do with this episode? It's like, surprise, Clara's not dead. Do I absolutely give a crap about this bit? No. I really just switch off when you see, like, hang on a minute, Clara's not dead. At the beginning, the Doctor's there talking about his time on Gallifrey. He literally frozen time to break Clara up before she dies, between one heartbeat and the next. He steals another TARDIS to try and get her safely, and then he ends up wiping his own memory, thinking it's going to wipe Clara's memory, but no. The Doctor forgets Clara. Clara ends up going piloting another TARDIS of a diner with a shoulder. Ooh, was that a new spin-off venture? No, nothing happens with that one. No. Hell Bent, I have to say, it is just a terrible finale. I don't really see the point bringing Clara back from the dead. We don't care. She died. That's over. You've made us watch an episode of the 12th Doctor on his own, and then you go to this pile of crap where the Doctor's just there and Clara's not dead. He literally helped her escape between one heartbeat and the next, and she's still frozen. She's not dead. It's like, oh, I just really don't care about Hellbent. It's just not one. The only good thing about Hellbent is that the fact when the 12th Doctor walks into his TARDIS, and the TARDIS gives him his brand new sonic screwdriver. That's the only thing about this one. That's the only thing about this episode I just really enjoy. I like the fact he just gets a sonic, clicks his fingers, goes to the console, and the TARDIS flies off, and it goes past Clara's diners. The diners are just there flying about, and the TARDIS goes one way. It's like, was there really a point just showing us that? What is the point of this episode? And then, of course, going to the final episode, which is the Husbands of River Song. I pretty much enjoyed this one. This is the best Capaldi Christmas special. Alex Kingston is just brilliantly as River. She is just phenomenal as it, and I just really enjoy this Christmas special. I like the fact that we got Greg Davis in this, who plays King Hydrovax. Now, you're probably going, who's Craig Davis? Now, Craig Davis has been in quite a few things. He's been in the comedy series known as Cuckoo. He played Mr. Gilbert in The In-Betweeners, which is something another TV comedy I just really enjoy. He's been in other, stuff as well. I just really did, in fact, I really loved his little role that they give him as King Hydrofax. And I like the fact the Doctor steals his head, they steal his head, and he goes to the TARDIS and goes, the TARDIS can't register when you got part of his body outside of the doors, so the doors cannot technically lock properly. I really do enjoy this episode. I love the fact when the Doctor, the whole spaceship crashes on Delirium, and the Doctor literally goes to 24 years into the future, and River comes out and he goes 24 years, and it goes, and I lived happily ever after. It was just a kind of a great story for River's Song, because after this episode, she goes to the library to meet the 10th Doctor, because River's timeline is very, very backwards to the Doctor's, where the Doctor first met her in his 10th incarnation, and then she kind of met him in his 11th incarnation. You kind of got a load of timey-wimey stories going on between the 11th and River. Then at some point she bumps into 12, and then she goes and meets 10, and then she dies. But during the big finish of 10 minutes, said, oh no, hang on a minute, she has met the 4th Doctor, she's met the 5th Doctor, she's met the 6th Doctor, she's met the 7th Doctor, she's met the 8th Doctors, she's gone and met the other 3 Doctors, the 1st, 2nd and 3rd Doctors as well. She hasn't really met the War Doctor or the 9th Doctor, I don't really think, in Big Finish. So yeah, Series 9 is my second weakest season of Doctor Who out of all of Doctor Who. It's very, very weak and stuff. I have to admit, I love Under the Lake and Before the Flood. I love that we have the Saigon invasion or inversion. So that Heaven Sent is my absolutely fantastic story. It's my favourite of the series. And the Husbands of River Song. So these are the stories I really, really enjoy. The ones I can actually say are literally like a piece of crap. It is literally Hellbent and Sleep No More. They're the ones I just really don't really like for the series. Plus Magician's Apprentice and Richard's Formula. That has got some good moments in it, but the whole thing with Davros opening his eyes, not so much. And then of course the 2-part, The Woman Who Died and The Woman Who Lived, I really clicked with part 1, but I don't really connect with much with part 2. So let me know in the comments what you think. How do you think of Doctor Who Series 9? Is it one that you really enjoy? Is it one that you don't enjoy? I have to admit, it's not as bad as Series 2. Series 2 for me is the absolutely worst Doctor Who season of the lot. It is just absolutely the worst. Where this one is only 38th place. So join me next Monday when I sit here and talk about the 37th place. Yes, this week tomorrow, I'm going to be telling you what's in 37th place, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm not going to give no next time trailers. I just want you to be sitting on the edge of your seats and going, I wonder what's going to be in 37th place. Let me know in the comments what you thought of Doctor Who Series 9. Do you agree with my opinions? Do you not think this is the second worst season out of Doctor Who's history? Let me know in the comments. Please do like, subscribe and share, and welcome to the new subscribers to bump me up to 161. Thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share, and join me for more Doctor Who content videos. Have a great day and carry on being magnificent Doctor Who fans.